You asked for it. I'm bringing you another recipe using canned chicken. Let's make canned chicken nuggets. Who doesn't love a chicken nugget? We all do, right? We're going to start off with 2 cans of premium chunk chicken breast. Let's open these up. First thing you need to know is that the chicken has to be drained very well. I have a medium bowl, and then I've put a strainer on top of it. Now it's got a fine mesh to it, and then we're going to add the canned chicken to it so we can drain it. Now this is packed in water. I'm going to take a fork and I'm just going to squish the chicken, get all that water out. Now I'm going to drain the excess water out of the bowl and bring it back. I'm going to take a bowl, I'm going to press it onto the chicken, squeeze it, and then we're going to let this sit for 5 minutes with the bowl on top of it. We're going to add our chicken to the food processor, and we're going to grind it up until it's like little tiny pieces. That will really help form our nuggets. Now, if you don't have a food processor, you can put it on your cutting board and get a knife and go at it. But make sure it's very small pieces when you're done. Almost like a mince. I'm just using the pulse button so I can keep an eye on it. Yeah, not very long at all. That's the consistency we're looking for. I'm going to place this into a large bowl. So if you're chopping your chicken on a cutting board, make sure you get that consistency right there. It's almost like a mince. We're going to add in some breadcrumbs, about 1/4 cup. I'm just using the regular, no season in them. We're going to bring over 1 egg. Now you want to have it whisked up before you add it to your mixture. It's that egg white in there. You want to make sure that that is blended well with the egg yolk. All right, just got a fork. We're going to whisk it up. It's nice and frothy. All right, that looks good. We're going to add it. We're going to go in with 1 teaspoon of some mustard. Now I'm using a Dijon mustard. Now we got to season it, and that's our 5th ingredient. We've got the chicken, the egg, the breadcrumbs, and the mustard, which is our 4 ingredients. Now I consider seasonings 1 ingredient. No matter what you put in there, it's your chicken nuggets, all right? I'm going to go in with about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to go right across the top. Black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon. Garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon. Onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon. I love this flavor profile anyway with the seasonings. And I'm going to add my smoked paprika. I'm going to give it a nice color, a little smokiness. There we go. Now you don't even have to season this if you don't want to. You can just put salt in there, which is your 5th ingredient. So whatever seasonings, we just group them as 1. I'm going to go in with a fork and mix this very well. In a pie plate, I've put an additional amount of panko crumbs. Now this is what I used. It wasn't breadcrumbs, so I pulled the wrong one out, but it still works. Anything that you have dry, like breadcrumbs, crackers, or panko. Stuffing mix, I heard, was a really good one also that you can use. I'm using a very small cookie scoop. I'm going to go into the mixture, pull it along the edge here. I'm going to show you, pushing really hard on it to get a good firm mound there, just like that. Then I'm going to place it into my hand. We're going to form a tight ball of mixture here. And we're going to place it into the crumbs, and then we're just going to place the crumbs along it, give it an extra coating there, just kind of press it in. And then I'm going to set that off to the side with the other one over here. So go into the mixture, pull deep, and press firmly. We're going to roll it into a ball very tightly. Now, using the cookie scoop will ensure that all of our nuggets will be the same size and cook evenly. Just make sure you press hard, and then just press your cracker crumbs, breadcrumbs, or panko, whatever you're using, on the outside of it. We're not flattening these out yet. And then just put it right there. This batch made 14 of our chicken nuggets. I've got a skillet heating up on a medium-high heat. I got about 1/4 inch of some oil in the bottom of it, and we want to make sure that comes up to temperature. Now, to test your oil to make sure it's up to temperature, I like to take the back end of like a wooden spoon, press it down into the oil onto the bottom. If it starts sizzling, then you're up to temperature. Now, you can also check it with your thermometer. Make sure you get to 350 degrees. Now, before we start, make sure you have a plate ready with some paper towels. That way we'll drain these as they come out of the pan. And you gotta have a spatula. And I'm using one that's got a silicone edging there. All right, we're gonna place them in. We're gonna let it sit for just a few minutes. I know these are ball shapes, right? We're gonna go in and we're gonna press down on one and just flatten it just a little bit, just to kind of break the form a little bit. Now, we just want to do this until they're nice and golden brown on the back side. We're going to grab a fork. That way we have help. It'll just take a few minutes, so keep an eye on these. All right, we're going to start turning them over. Use your fork to help. There we go. Looks like a nugget to me.
Kind of like Chick-fil-A when you get them little pieces.
Yeah, well, that one right there, he's done, huh? We're gonna pull this one out. Put him on the plate. Now remember, the chicken was already cooked, so all we're doing is just giving these a nice golden brown color to them and some crispiness along the edges. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Let's take them out. All right, let's add the rest. Now keep an eye on this batch here. They'll cook faster because the oil is pretty hot. But I'm going to see how many I can get in there. You can use a spoon if you want to drop them in. I'm going to put the rest of them in there. You'll cool the oil down just a little bit, but that's okay. It'll pick back up. All right, we're just going to smash down just a little bit, break the form. You want to give them, you know, the size of a chicken nugget. Use your fork. Okay, that one's good. Now go check out the other videos that I've made with canned chicken. I did a canned chicken cobbler. That was a winner for a lot of you. And I made canned chicken enchiladas. So go check those out. And if you want to see something else made with canned chicken, let us know. What do y'all think? Look at this plate of chicken nuggets. I'll put a dipping sauce with it. This is our Kinder's chicken dipping sauce. We picked that up from Costco, but you can use whatever you want. All right, let's take a look. I'm gonna take a bite for you. That's good. All the seasonings in there flavor this up. All right, I'm going into the sauce. The texture is really good. Love that. Make sure you mash it up really good. Use your food processor if you have one. Honestly, you wouldn't even know this was canned chicken. If you don't tell them, they won't know. So don't tell them. All right, you guys, give me a thumbs up on this one. Make sure you comment down below if you're new to the channel. Hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way, you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode.